One, we were in our apartment screaming and the whole tournament, like we were really excited for them. And then obviously, it motivates us. This is a place where championships, like people win championships, people hang banners here. So I think to be able to watch them and celebrate them and, be so happy for them, and then it kind of just motivates us, like, it's our turn now and we've been waiting for one. So I think that just gave a great sense of, competitiveness and camaraderie within the building. So we were super happy for that.
What about this trip coming up? What are you most looking forward to it? Have you seen the itinerary yet?
Yes, yeah, we saw the itinerary yesterday. So I think I've never been to Europe, so I'm really excited to go. I think I'm most excited to meet Nika's family, and I've met her sister, but never met her parents. Meet them over the phone, but it's not the same. So to be able to go to her hometown, she's been to pretty much all of our hometowns. So be able to meet her family, see where she grew up, I think I'm most excited for that.
All right, what's a battle between Nika and her sister going to be like when you guys play in December?
That's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun, especially for her senior year. Like, I know they're super close and they're really excited for it. So I think we're really excited. I think it'll be a special moment for her to be able to go to Croatia and then play against her sister, like her senior year, really full circle moment. So
has it been, I hate to keep harping on what you've been through, and I appreciate your patience with it, but it's been such a large part of your experience. Like, has it been hard at times when you're not good to go to stay motivated or positive? I don't know if it wears on you. Sometimes you don't know when you can return. You've had to go through a lot just to get ready again, sometimes dealt with another setback. I mean, can that be demoralizing ever for an athlete who puts so much into something?
Yeah, I think it kind of goes under like noticed, I guess, kind of the mental side of it, especially with concussions. A lot of your rehab is resting, like a lot of it is doing nothing. And especially, there's different things I do now for like strengthening and stuff that I can actually, like, I feel like I'm actually doing something and bettering myself. But a lot of times, like during the season this year, my rehab was don't be in the gym and like don't be in anything loud or bright. So I think that was really hard, because this is, like, all of us, like, this is our lives, like, this is what we do, this is what we want our career to be. So we put everything that everything that surrounds our life goes into basketball. So I think it's definitely really hard to kind of be like taken away from it and to not really feel like you're doing much to get back. Like, resting doesn't necessarily always feel like it. So I'm really lucky to have the support, and they're always encouraging me and keeping me like positive with it, and knowing like you're gonna have bad days and that's okay, and it's a process, and I'm making progress, and kind of just remembering how far I've come from it. But I would say mentally it has been really hard to kind of stay motivated when you have those bad days. But like I said before, I think when I do feel good, I'm just so happy to be back out there. So I think that's the motivation of, like, when I do feel good, I'm back to feeling how I feel, playing how I play, and being confident. So that keeps me motivated.
This whole team has been so star-crossed health-wise. So how do you guys deal with what might or might not happen in the future, because you can't kind of let it affect what you're doing when you're on the court? Or do you say, oh, maybe I shouldn't go quite this hard because maybe something would happen?
I mean, I think it kind of paralyzes you if you think about it too much. And I think that I had some times where I was thinking about it too much, and then you're overthinking it, and then you put yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. So I think with us, like, everyone just loves to play basketball, and that's when we play our best. But there's definitely a sense of if you've had injuries or things that we have gone through, like different aches and pains, you have to be smart about it. And at this point, we've been through too much to not be smart about it. And I think there's a difference between working hard and like overdoing it. So I think we have this staff that they track everything. They're on you about little things, like if you don't feel right, they're gonna address it, and they're gonna make sure that you're good to go. So I think there's definitely a mix of working through things, and there's people that you have aches and pains, you play through it. But if you're injured, I think we've all a little too familiar with having injuries, and we've gone through too much to not be smart about it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry if I missed this, but just kind of how are you doing, health-wise?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I've definitely made a lot of progress. I'm doing a lot of rehab and different treatments in the off season back home here, so I'm excited. I'm definitely in a better place than I was when the season ended, and just making progress every day is a little bit better.
And to have Paige back on the court, just how special has that been?
Yeah, it's been huge. I'm just so happy to see her back out there. I know you can just tell how much happier she is to be out there, and she's such a huge impact on us on and off the court, and just knowing how much she's been through, knowing how hard it is, this time, or couple months later, this time last year, she was in a completely different mindset. So just to see her playing and happy, we're all just so happy for her.
What was that like, kind of that first time when she was, back with you guys?
Yeah, I think you kind of forget, her and Ice, you forget that this is kind of their first time going live and their first time really in practice, and they're not sitting on the side, and they look great, and they're making such huge progress, and you wouldn't even think that they have been out for 8 and 10 months. So we're just so happy to have them back, and it has such a huge impact on what we do on and off the court. So.
And with all the freshmen coming in, how would you kind of just describe each of them coming in, just what they bring to the team, their personalities?
Yeah, I think they're all a little different. I think they all work really hard. I would say they all came in with just this mindset of they wanted to get better, and they wanted to learn, and they ask questions, and they stay later and shoot, and they come in early, and they're always ready on time. And you can just see the first few workouts, obviously it's an adjustment, and you just see them picking up on it really fast and asking questions and watching the guys in front of them, and there's not that much of a drop, and they just bring such big energy, and they're loud, and they're competitive, and so I think they fit right in, and I think they're gonna help us a lot. And you forget Jana's new too, and Ice hasn't played, so you really have 5 guys that haven't played with any of us. So they all just bring something different, and we're excited to see what they do.
Caroline, is there anything on the pure basketball side of things, like skill set or development, that you really wanted to work on this summer, or that Gino, CD, or the coaches have told you could be a little bit better at next year or something like that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is obviously getting healthy. So I
Sure.
think that kind of puts everything in place. But I've always been trying to work on my defense since I got here, and that's been something that I think comes with last year having hip surgery. It kind of I kind of took a step back with it. But I think this year being able to guard someone better one-on-one, be able to rebound, and be able to be in the right position, make a more of an impact defensively. I think that's been my biggest focus in the offseason.
So even when I tried to steer you towards basketball, you go right back to I just want to be healthy.
Yeah, no, that's all I want.
Yeah, I know.
How different has Jana looked from practices before to now?
Yeah, I think she's made such a huge jump. I think the biggest thing is just her confidence and the way she carries herself. When she first got here, obviously she was thrown right in the middle of January. We're mid-season form, and she's just getting thrown right in. So, she's a little nervous and timid, and now, she's more confident. She knows what she's doing. She knows the spot she's supposed to be in, and you can really see her take control of a lot of our offense. Runs through the post player, and so you can see her kind of take control of the offense and kind of set people up, be able to score for herself. She knows the shots she can take, and so just seeing her really have more confidence, it's been great. She's a huge presence for us.